All right, hello everyone. This is Michael Condon representing the TooMedToo's Star Wars Network. We've got your fix, and this is episode number 9 of the Septic Tank. Um, Sorry, I'm starting a little bit late right now. Just had some stuff going on, and I'm late. So yeah, that's what it is. What it is. What are you gonna do? All right, so this is more of a relative question, but how is everyone doing today? I know it's not the best times in the world, so that's kind of a loaded question. More along the lines of I hope everyone right now that's listening or watching is staying safe as much as possible. There's only so much you can do right now, especially if you're going out and marching or protesting, because you never know what's going to happen when you're out there doing that. I was going to say one wrong move. It doesn't have to be one wrong move. And you can be getting maced or clubbed or walking around and everything's fine. So, just crazy times right now and everything that's going on. Well, we have Kylo Ren Flores here, and Jay Lucas is here too, hanging out with us today. What I was hoping to have is the Star Wars board game was supposed to be here by today, and it was supposedly delivered yesterday, and when I'm going to go check for it this morning, it wasn't there. So it was either left at the wrong house or I don't know, because it's just one of those things, it was supposedly left at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was home. Even if I would have ran to the store, my girlfriend would have been home. So if anyone would have rang the doorbell, we would have heard it and we would have opened the door for them. So I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, so that game isn't here. So that was my plan, was to play that game today. So I really didn't get too much going on. And then I was hoping sometimes when they deliver it, it's the next day. They say that it's here and it comes the next day, and that didn't happen. And no one knows where it is. So, all right, I'm going to put this up here if anybody wants to hop in and chat about some Star Wars. No, I'm not sick. I hope not. It's probably just my allergies. I have some pretty big allergies, but that's about it, hopefully. And then yeah. So I don't know if who's here right now and what's going on. It says we got a couple people here, but I put everybody stopped talking, so maybe they think I'm sick and they're going to catch it through the computer machines. I did last night get my domain name. Wow, that is really weird. I just turned on my TV and I turned on Netflix, and the accounts it has for me are not my accounts. Not even anywhere near close to the names, and nothing that's on there looks like the stuff on there. And it just kicked me off. So that's cool. Somebody else's Netflix account was there. This is actually kind of intriguing. No, I'm trying to figure this out. Because whoever watches, I mean, I don't have anything against anime, but whoever watches this watches a lot of anime. And that's really not my thing. Yeah, definitely not mine. So they're watch again. They have. All right, I'm going to tell you what they have, what they've been watching. They're watch again. Zohan, Observe and Report, Joe Rogan, Bates Motel, Joe Rogan, Avengers, Scream, The Do-Over, You, Terror. I mean, it's not bad stuff. It's just kind of interesting. Getting a glimpse of someone else's life by the wrong Netflix account. Let's see, I don't want trending now. Continue watching for TJ. We have somebody else's Netflix account.
Wait, what?
We have somebody else's Netflix account. The person's name is TJ. And
go to the account? Go to like the profile?
Oh no, it's not letting me.
Continue watching for TJ.
TJ, switch profiles.
Go to switch profiles. That's really weird. Wait, can I take a picture of this and show it to Brian?
Yes.
It was normal before. It was like ours before this, right?
Yeah. Oh, hang on, I just got rid of it.
Oh, maybe it realized. Wonder how that happened.
Oh, you unplugged the TV. That's why when you walk by. All right, so now we'll see when it comes back on if I still have TJ's thing. Oh, we got Jay here. Hello, Jay.
How you doing, Condor?
I'm doing all right. Hang on a second. No, it was all like the recently watched was all comedy stuff.
The Office?
No.
No.
There was a lot of stand up. But all right, Jay, sorry about that. We're trying to figure this out. It's just interesting when, I clicked on my TV and I clicked on Netflix and I never watched Netflix out here. I always watch Disney Plus, and all of a sudden there was some stranger looking at me, Jay. I didn't know what to do. I was in fear of my life. No Star Wars on that, but I don't think I have any Star Wars if you put on my if you put on my Netflix, there's no Star Wars on there. That's all through my Disney Plus.
Really? Huh.
So what's going on with you today, Jay?
Right. Well, I don't have like I said on your podcast. Well, I don't have Netflix, but I don't have satellite. I don't have all this fancy stuff. I just got straight antenna.
Yeah, we have Netflix and Hulu.
So
and Disney.
What's been going on?
HBO, Amazon. You know, and you end up getting you find a show that you like, and you end up getting a streaming service just for that one show or whatever. A lot of times, and then you find maybe another show or two that you like, and that's where you're at. All right, I just restarted the TV because my girlfriend unplugged it when she walked by. Let's see if we're into JayZ or TJ. We're back in his life, or I'm back on mine. So I'll just go through and watch like all bad stuff. I'll be like, what am I doing? I'll erase everything he's got. No, I wouldn't do that. That's not nice. I mean, I might, but whatever. But, so how you doing? How's your life going today? Yeah, I had that board game for us to play, but it never arrived.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's gonna have to wait till next week. Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah.
I called Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah.
And it couldn't do anything. And then it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Oh boy. Hey, Condor.
Yeah.
Somehow another. Oh, hey.
Yes.
Oh no, that's my master. He is Grandmaster Crom, and he is I'm his apprentice in the yeah. He is my master in the Dark Order Empire, and let's just say I've gained great strength with him, and I'm kind of ranked number 1 with him, and I'm showing some great promise in the Dark Order. Not only previous group I was in on my other accounts on Facebook. Let's just say I forged a great double blade, and on my Sith character, I am known as Blade, and the picture I used is from Star Wars Rebels. Is from one of those Inquisitors, not the Grand Inquisitor, but I think it's one. Maybe I think it was the 5th brother. I think, I don't know. He's the one with the muscular, tall one, and he was one of the other. I think he's the 2nd Inquisitor came on the Star Wars Rebels.
Okay. So Blade, like the vampire Blade.
So, yeah.
So
in a way, yes. My Sith character is named Blade, and the reason why I called him Blade is because different. Go ahead, ask me anything there, Condor.
Oh no, I was just saying. So I restarted the TV and put Netflix on again, and it's this other person's account, and I don't know why that's just coming up like that. That's very strange. So I'm gonna go see what the next person was watching. I don't know. I just find it kind of humorous. It's kind of entertaining to me. Christina, are you gonna come on here and chat with us?
Huh. Come on in, Christina. Come on.
You know, Mr. Rez ain't gonna come on here.
Boy.
Mr. Rez never comes on here.
Well, no, and I just see him say, "Hey," and "Hello, Mr. Rez, how you doing?" Well, um, uh, I wonder if there's anybody want to ask me any questions on here or something like that, because I don't mind answering a few questions, just maybe a few. No. So, Kondo, have you ever tried that new Dr. Pepper that Dr. Pepper cream soda?
Dr. Pepper cream soda, no. I'm not a big fan of the cream sodas.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's kind of pretty good on me because we got it down here, down south in Louisiana.
Oh no, I've had cream soda before.
Yeah.
It's not really my thing.
Oh, me too, man. Well, what cream soda that you tasted first though? Is it the A&W or the bars? Which one that really tastes good?
None of them taste good. That's why I don't drink them. But
Oh, uh, me, I tasted pretty much every single Coke I know, but there's only one thing though. I don't do Coca-Cola cherry and stuff like that. Anything with cherries, I'm allergic to them.
okay. See, I love me some cherry Coke. I'm actually drinking some High C right now. I mean, it's not Coke, but see, I got my little Chewbacca mug right here. My
Well,
Chewbacca glass.
at least you get your vitamin C in.
Yeah, I don't think High C really has any vitamin C in it.
Hey, now that's good. Where did you
Uh,
get that one at?
where'd I get what, the glass or the High C? I got the High C from the dollar store. I got the glass from a mystery box.
Yes,
Came in a mystery box. That I
yes.
got. So yeah. And don't forget about that guy over my shoulder. Came from my friends over at the Hollow Chronicles podcast.
Uh,
This little bad boy right here. Did you watch my
oh,
Jay? Did you
well,
Jay?
well, I, uh, I, I just asked if, uh, oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, yeah, I, yeah,
Um,
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah. Anybody got any questions for Jay out
Hello,
there?
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, boy. He's on it. Always something on this thing.
Oh, Jay just left. Not sure what happened to him. So, all right. Got a couple people in here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of chatting about this great, amazing book that we have. As in amazing. I don't know. I was trying to go somewhere, but it's pretty much the opposite of amazing. Um, it's pretty much, it's a book of lists. It's the worst lists I think I've seen. But let's see what we have and if you agree. Mark, I just read the I saw you called. I put the link up on the screen. Oh, we got a couple people coming in here, so hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, Mark. How are you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing awesome, man. Thank you for having me on, man.
You're welcome. And your apprentice is here too. I guess he's.
Yes, I see that.
You're the man in charge of the game.
Yeah. It's called the Dark Order Empire. Basically been doing RP.
Oh boy.
Since the early '90s. Always been a great pleasure of mine.
Is
just something fun to do. And like around maybe 2000, I started getting into different Facebook online RP groups. And I don't know, some of them were cool, some of them weren't. And I figured, hey, I've been doing this forever, might as well start one myself. So I actually have been, writing different little novels about my character and everything like that. Been trying to push some of it into like short story books. I have a blog for it and everything. What did you say, Jay? I thought he said something.
He has some.
But yeah, you see, I got my little Darth Vader in the background.
Nice.
I've had it since I was like a little kid. I don't know if you said it, but last time we were on, maybe a couple of weeks ago, you guys were talking about like your different collectibles and stuff like that, and I have like 4 collectibles left, plus my suit. When I was younger.
Hey, Master, I did not even. I've been having a lot.
You all right, Jay?
Okay. He has issues with last week was the first time he's been on here.
Okay.
He's tried every time, but he has problems with connection and his phone, and sometimes he cuts out or can't even get on, or he won't be able to do anything for a while.
Right. Yeah, he told me about it last week. He said he got on for a little bit and everything. But yeah, man, I've been watching you for the longest. A huge fan of yours. Huge fan of TooMedToo's. Just I love the beta tank. I love how you guys talk. I don't. Most of the people that are around me, my wife, my kids, nobody really is a big Star Wars fan, and most people say that they like Star Wars and whatever, but I'm like obsessed with Star Wars. I love it so much. So like you guys, bringing out the brand and making Star Wars more relevant for our new generation, man. Mad shout outs to you, Condor. I really, really appreciate it.
I mean, that's what I've told the story a million times. I started to make Star Wars friends, and I ended up doing, a couple of weeks later, I had big podcast, or what I consider big podcasters, people that get thousands of downloads every week. Say, hey, I like your video, want to come hang out with us? And I had no idea who they were. I was listening to their podcast on the way to go meet them, and now I'm actually in real life friends with them, and talk to them, and go to celebration with them and things like that. So
like I'm kind of that was the other reason I'm glad that you let me on and everything. I have like so many questions. Like I have no idea what celebration is, and you'll maybe if you see me in real life, you maybe slap me in the face for not knowing that. But I don't know what and I like you guys have been talking about it for like weeks now, and every time you say it, I'm kind of little like how the one kid that doesn't want to act like an idiot and not know what's going on, and everybody's like, yeah, celebration, son. And I'm like, yeah, celebration. But in the back of my head, I'm like, what is that? So please let me know what that is.
Celebration is a Star Wars con.
Okay.
The one they just had was in Chicago last April. So like a little over a year ago. It was 5 days. It's just, like a regular con, except it's just all Star Wars.
Oh my God. That's like heaven.
Yeah, the year before that, or in 17, was in Orlando. I think 16 was in London. This year's was supposed to be in Anaheim, but they haven't canceled it yet. I think the reason they're waiting to cancel it is because if they go ahead and cancel it, they're on the hook for a lot of money. If the state of California says you can't have your convention, then they don't, then they don't have to pay all the money. Insurance covers it, or how, whatever the legalities, how everything works out.
Gotcha.
So this past year in Chicago was the first time it's been. Well, the first one was 20 years ago in Denver, in Colorado. You should look it up because it was a mud fest. Like it wasn't planned properly. Like it was just kind of ended up being a lot bigger than it was. And then they've had 20 of them. I have a picture. I'll find the picture of the guy. When I was at Celebration, I found a guy. He's been at every single one. He's got every single one of his placards from it. I'll remind me if I don't find it right now because I got a lot of stuff going on. If I wasn't out of work sick, or couldn't go to work, I don't know what I'd be doing because I'm busy all day long trying to do. It's I enjoy it, but it's tough doing Facebook and Twitter, and the Facebook page, the Facebook group, my the TooMedToo's Facebook regular page, Instagram, making videos, making content, listening to podcasts, and it's a lot to do.
Well, I'm like I feel your pain, man, because with my my group for my Dark Order of the Empire, like I'm constantly doing something with it. Like I'm checking out people, making sure they're they're not going to be jerks coming in there. Keeping an eye on different things, setting up different RPs for the masters for their apprentices and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of like a second job. Be honest with you, but I love doing it.
And I just got my website back up and going. I just posted it right here.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
saw that you were down for YouTube for a little bit.
Well, I was down for YouTube for a week. They took it away from me because I tried to. I don't know why it happened, but I was streaming Clone Wars. I was watching Clone Wars and doing the reaction, and I guess you can't do that. You need to record it and put it up there because if you're streaming it live, it shows up differently than if like you're showing it something recorded. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I've really been told. But here's the website. I'll be honest with you. All it is it says TooMedToo's and it has got my links to my socials, which I don't even know if they work or not. So if somebody checks that out and let me know. It's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I don't even know if it works or not because when I click on them myself, it puts me on like I'm the not like a person trying to get it. It puts me on as like the owner or the user of them. So I'm not even sure if they're even up and working or not. But and yeah, I don't really know what to do. I had the website, the domain name. I got a couple years ago and never had a website on there because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, okay, I bought the domain name. I can put the website on there. No, you need to pay to
Right.
have, you need to pay to have the host. And then you need to get for security. And then you need to do this. And then you need that. And it's like, so I bought the domain name for 10 years. I got security on it for 10 years.
Right. That's good.
I got the website in the middle of building it, or it's up and running. It's just not where it should be. I got that for 1 year with security because I want to have it where if someone goes on the internet and searches, it comes up, and then it has a link to all my socials, and then it has a link to the podcast, and it has a link to my YouTube videos where they can just click on them right there instead of having to go, and it automatically takes you to YouTube or to Twitter and things like that. Then I have a few friends that do blogs and maybe put their blog post on there so that if someone goes to my website, even though they're not affiliated with me, they can click on the blog and it goes to their website or, things like that. And then once I have, I have some people working on some art for me. I don't know if you're an artist or not. I need people to make me some T-shirts and stuff like that, and that's the whole thing. It's like people are like, oh, you're gonna make money. It's like, no, you make $1. So if your T-shirt's $20, which is the regular price on TeePublic, you get $2 for it. You get $2 for it. If it's $13, you get $1.30. So you get like 10% of what the sale is.
What the actual cook sale? Okay, I got you.
So a lot of people buy stuff when they're on sale because it's $13 or $15. You don't, unless you're a big, huge person, you don't make a lot of money off of that. I mean, I had somebody that's like, okay, well, on Facebook they were asking if I wanted to buy some of their art, and I said, well, no, I don't really want to buy any art. I know people. I said, but if you want to give me a couple ideas for T-shirts or something like that, and I'll tell you what I want. You make a T-shirt or two for me. I'll put on my TeePublic site, and I'll have your name as the artist, and I'll have on this is a couple weeks ago when my website's up and running. I'll have you, and I can feature some of your art on there and stuff. They're like, well, no, I want to split the money with you off of the T-shirts. And I was like, you obviously don't know how TeePublic works because you don't make any money. I was like, so I mean, if you want to make it like that, like a business, fine, but the first whatever I make, that's paying for the website and this and for that. So you're not going to see any money because there's no way I'm going to be selling 20 T-shirts a week, or 20 T-shirts a month on a consistent basis. And then after that, then you can start making your money. I'm like, the way it is you do the art for me, and anybody that needs then someone to do art for them, then maybe they hire you, or maybe they get you to they hire you to do whatever it is. It's really hard when I mean, and I talked about this before, and I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because I love to do this. This is my hobby, but what is it? It's $10 a year for the domain name. And then that's the first year special. Then after that it goes up to it was like $17 a year.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, well, but yeah. So I got 10 years. So that's a little chunk of change right there. And then you have to get security with it too, because you need to make sure they protect your domain name so no one can hack into your domain name or whatever. That's another $15 a year, which it's not bad, but it adds up when and then to get it where I can use the website and change it and do things, that's another $20 a month to host, because you have to have them host it. Otherwise, you just have the domain name and nothing on there. So it's like, this person wants to, go into business with me. It's like, okay, fine. But, just for the website, it's $20 a month. Then it's another $25 for StreamYard or whatever. So it's like, yeah, it's not a lot, but it's $50 a month just to
keep everything operational.
Yeah.
Right.
And I have my Patreon. I make a little bit of money off of Patreon, a couple dollars each month. And I have, I think so far, I make anywhere between 0.002 and 84 cents a day I've made on YouTube. So you don't make money off of YouTube doing what I do.
Right.
I have the super chats on there now. So if somebody wants to give me some money because they like the content, that's great. I had somebody from England, this guy Anthony. He's got a YouTube channel, Anth Shot First. He came in the chat and said hi, and I talked about him and talked about I've been to his chat a couple times and it was good. And he gave me a $10 super chat, thanking me for talking and giving him publicity and stuff like that. Nice. YouTube takes half of it.
Yeah.
So it's like
flipping YouTube.
I mean, listen, if somebody's like, listen, I really like you, I want to give you money, dude, go to my Patreon. I'll give you my, my PayPal account. It's the same thing as my, go to my PayPal account. They don't take, I can leave that money in there and use it then to pay for things, but
exactly.
So
just basically Patreon is the better way to go than doing anything on YouTube.
Well, Patreon takes, I think, like 7 or 9%.
Okay.
So if somebody gives me $10, they take it might actually be more. Oh no, they take a flat amount depending on how much it is. If it's under $5 or $10, they take like $1 or 50 cents. If it's over that, then they take something. But it's like they take an automatic charge, and then they take like an automatic money out when you give money on Patreon, and then they take a percentage also, depending on what it is.
Oh, okay. So basically, it's like kind of like a tier thing. So if you have a certain amount that you're getting, they're going to take that percentage off of that particular tier.
Not really, but yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so if you give me $10, they might charge 75 cents, and then 7% of it.
Okay.
If you give me $2, they charge 50 cents and 3% of it, or the other way around. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Right.
But we got somebody else that wants to come on here. This is actually one of my patrons, Kylo Ren Flores. How are you doing?
Kylo.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Kylo.
Hey, what's
but
up?
It's all for fun. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I'm trying to build the website last night, and I mean it's nothing special. It says TooMedToo's Star Wars Network, the thumbnail, and it has where you can find me on social media, and it has for you to put your email address to subscribe for whatever. I don't know, because that's how it came. That's as far as I got after like 3 hours yesterday. I was up till like 5 or 6 in the morning doing it. So, and then I put it up there today. So, but we'll see what happens. If I spend an hour or two of it on a day, and then I got to go to YouTube and figure out what I'm supposed to be doing, and then calling the provider, or doing whatever, and seeing what we got. But it's fun. Yeah. So, and then I have a bunch of stuff which really doesn't. Hey, Junior.
We have a celebrity in the background.
Yo.
That's awesome. Well, I did want to just mention a little bit about the Dark Order page. It actually I'm trying to start a new scale. It's basically all fandom. So the story is, most of them are based on, most RPs are based on the Knights of the Old Republic, or during the Clone Wars, or anything like that. As soon as the Phantom Menace came out, I had a plan. I wanted to create a new kind of like Star Wars universe based off all fandom. As soon as The Rise of the Skywalker came out, I was so excited because I knew I was happy and I was sad at the same time because I knew that the saga was kind of finally going to be over. But I knew that now it opened up the world for because I'm a writer. Like I've been a writer all my life. It's kind of been like a hobby of mine. But I knew that as soon as that was over, it was going to give the fans, the people who love Star Wars, who are obsessed with Star Wars, the opportunity to kind of like bring Star Wars into the next, to the next level. So basically, my RP basically starts after the Battle of Exegol. My particular character was actually in the movie, would be one of like the minions that were around when Kylo, or I don't like to call him Ben because it's just a thing. To me, I go off of sometimes I go off of the comic books and everything like that, and I know Ben is supposed to be Luke's son, so I digress. But basically, after the Battle of Exegol, I leave and go to 2. I actually have a master at that time, and he tells me basically that I'm cut off from everyone else, and I'm a Dark Order. So basically, that's where my story begins. Right now, my empire is taking over the whole Corellian system, and we're moving out. So yeah, it's really fun. I have you're there, Condor. You've been in there. I don't know if you have time to even read some of the RPs or whatever, but some of them are quite interesting. I have everyone in there. That the main group has everything. Collectibles, people that are do collectibles, people that like you, Condor, that do podcasting, RP players, people that do cosplay. I invite everybody to go in there. As I tell everyone, it's mainly an RP group, but I accept everyone. And hey, even if you're just a person that loves the Sith, and want to, just learn about different Sith kind of stuff, yeah, join. And maybe eventually, if you like some of the role playing that we do, then at that point in time, hey, join in. We have rules, obviously, and it's just a great time. I love doing it. As I said, I've been doing it since the 90s. Are you hot over there, Kylo?
Yes, it's hot in South Carolina. It is.
Oh, God bless you. I used to live in Florida, in Jacksonville, Florida, and I miss the heat. I'm in PA now. I'm back home. That's where I'm originally from. So
that's where I want to go. To the Hershey's place, man.
Oh, the Hershey, yeah, Hershey. I'm a long way from there, but yeah, I go there all the time when I was younger.
What are you over by Pittsburgh?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Philadelphia. Yep. Born and raised on the playground where they spend most of my days.
All right. Then you're there. Then you're kind of by me then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, PA. My home. I love it. Go Philadelphia Eagles. Love them. Yeah. Love soccer too.
A bunch of the guys from Tauswift are from Philly.
Oh, cool.
And then they got the Broaxium. They do a podcast and a YouTube thing about comic books, and they're all based out of Philly. I forget what comic book shop they do it at. They do it out of a comic book shop. I'll find that out.
Let me know, man. I would like to check that out.
I'll let you know. Because that's what that's what it's all about. Meeting.
I just as I was saying before, like I mean, most of the people that like I'm around, like my friends and my family, we'll be talking about something, and it's kind of said around here. Mark is always using Star Wars references, and like they're like, "Oh my God, why are you using?" So like being around people that actually understand and know what I'm talking about is so refreshing. You have no idea.
I
So I
just pulled
thank you guys for that.
I just pulled them up on Facebook because I know they're on Facebook. I'm trying to see if I can see
Yeah,
where.
because I have a Twitch, and I refuse to get Twitter. I can't. I don't know why. I just refuse to.
Okay, I mean that. So some people like it, some people don't. I only got Twitter when I started up the website, to make Star Wars friends and everything.
Yeah, that's what they. Yeah, that people have been telling me that Mark, you need to just break down and get Twitter, to help out the Dark Order and everything like that. But I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I mean, I have Instagram and I have TikTok and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know why. It just I'm Twitter is never. I never wanted to. Because every time I hear people talk about Twitter and stuff like that, it's usually 9 times out of 10 celebrity kind of stuff. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some celebrities that I would really, really like to meet, but I always treat things like if like for you, I could see me and you just sitting down, having a cold beer or something like that and just hanging out and chilling, but some people I just don't. So what's the point of being on Twitter and listening to them,
Here is you can go back later on and watch the replay of this. So it's I don't know I don't even know how long we've been on for. Go 46 minutes into it, 47 minutes into it.
Nice.
And there's the Broaxium. You can click on that because it's in the chat. You can click on that and then put it over onto your Facebook and check them out.
Okay.
And their videos are really quick. They just go do an overview of whatever the comic came out that week.
Okay.
So they've been laying a little bit low recently because they're you're quarantine and not a lot of comics coming out and everything.
Yeah, like it's been crazy in PA for all this quarantine stuff. I actually been working. I mean, I may be one of the lucky few, as they say. My job allows me to work from home while this quarantine stuff is going on. So, I kind of been blessed in that aspect. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that have quote unquote been non-essential workers, and they just been kind of sitting in limbo. So, I mean, I've been, I'm blessed that I'm still working, but it's still going crazy in PA.
So, all right.
Well, here, wait a minute. I'll be right back. I'm not going to go away. I'm just going to put it down for a second. You might see my ceiling. Hold on.
Okay. So Christina left. I don't know what happened to Christina. I was over checking something out and she disappeared. I was looking up the that for Broaxium.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw her leave, and then I thought she came back, but then she left again. So, but this is like it's funny that you were talking about the T-shirts and everything, because I remember you talking about it maybe I don't know a while back or whatever. So I actually have one of the T-shirts here from my Dark Order. This is the only one in existence. A buddy of mine actually made it for me because when the Dark Order started, I didn't want to kind of infringe on any Star Wars merchandise and have Disney like come banging through my doors with their SWAT team. So I kind of wanted to pick something original. So like this is what we got and everything. And then I talked to my buddy and I was like, hey, look, I mean, I went on to my site and I showed some of my RP people and they were like, yeah, that's awesome. Where can I buy it? And I was like, I only have one. So like I was been trying to get him to, get in and try to do the, T-shirt thing, but he was like, he's afraid that it would, be contract, Disney would come in and say that we're trying to steal their stuff and sue us or whatever. But
I mean, I'm not going to say it never happens, but like if you put on TeePublic, all they do is TeePublic takes it down.
Right. Okay.
That's it. if you were selling them yourself, and Disney found out, they would contact you and say, hey, that's ours, please take it down. And if you didn't, then you'd get a letter from their lawyers. But there's so much that happens that, I mean, the reason a lot of people use TeePublic is just because to get, if you're going to get a T-shirt made, you got to buy the T-shirt. I'm just making up these numbers because these are like ballpark. $7 or $8 for the T-shirt. Just a plain T-shirt that's of decent quality. Not just like a little Fruit of the Loom undershirt or whatever.
Right.
Like the black one that you have, I don't know what that costs, but it's $6 or $7, maybe $10. And then
the one that I got from my friend, he actually has a shop already, and he had it up there. And then as soon as I bought it, he took it down. But it was like $15. Yeah.
But like if you have someone that does T-shirts themselves, that's what I'm saying. It's going to cost you $8 for the T-shirt, and then a couple dollars to have it made, for them to do the silk screen or whatever the hell they do with it now.
Right.
So you're talking like, let's say $10, and then you're going to ship it to the person. There's another $5. So if you charge $20 for it, that's $5 that you're going to make, to go through all of that work to do it. Like if I have a couple other friends of mine, at Celebration, they just printed up, 20 they had 20 T-shirts made, and they went to Celebration and passed them all out, instead of going through TeePublic. Because even if I was to go through TeePublic, like let's say I want to go through TeePublic and I do it when it's on sale for $13, I still have to pay the shipping. It's like $6 or $7 to ship the shirt to me, so it's still costing $20.
Right.
Right. So, it's a thing where it's more of, you don't make money off of a lot of things, or you make a couple dollars off of it. It's more to get the name out there and people see it. And,
I'm sorry, go ahead. My fault.
No, I was going to say, when I put T-shirts out there, I don't know if anybody's going to buy the T-shirts, but they're going to be out there just in case.
Right.
Maybe I'll sell a couple, and, if I sell 10 T-shirts, which is a lot, in 1 month, the first month that they go out, that will pay for my website for 1 month. So it's like there's a lot of people that put out a couple designs, 1 or 2 designs every month or whatever, because they know that there's a couple people that are going to buy their T-shirts, and that just helps out a couple dollars. And so it just you got to be really big. You got to be really big before you make money. It's all just trying.
If I was somebody that was like into the Mandalorian series, and I just started pushing out T-shirts for the Mandalorian series, that's going to sell like hotcakes. But something that has like maybe 100 or less than 200 members in there, and only a certain few know it, it's kind of more like a word of mouth thing, So yeah. Hey, who knows? Who knows, Condor? Maybe 20 years down the road, when people are talking about vintage Star Wars T-shirts, one of yours or one of mine might get pulled out.
Yeah, and it's like I was gonna do like the logo that I have in the corner, the TooMedToo's Bacta tank. Oh, that shouldn't be there. That should be
that was something else.
That should be that one.
There you go.
I guess I could put the septic tank up there. See, like that's the other thing too. It costs $25 for I could use Streamlab or StreamYard for free. But especially with this pandemic, you're only allowed to do 20 hours. Shit, I would go over that just on my my Monday shows sometimes.
Yeah, I said, because there was one show, I think it was about maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, and I was actually working, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna check out TooMedToo's I think it was the beta tank, and I was
Tank.
like, Bacta tank. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
And,
I listen. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just letting you know. So you know.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a look at it. Or it's probably only like maybe an hour. Like that thing was like 3 hours long, and I was just like, oh, okay. Well, it looks like we got to look at this after I fucking get off of work. So.
And that's not even one of the long ones. 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find. Oh, what am I doing? I'm looking in the completely wrong spot. I went down far.
And you know, I've been promoting you all crazy on Facebook. Anytime I have something pop up, I share it, throw it to my friends. Yeah, I show it to anybody that wants to listen, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of, that's how you'd see on Twitter, you see me promoting a little bit on Facebook, but it's really on Twitter. Any of my friends that post anything with their websites or their Twitter account, or like YouTube or whatever, I'm always sharing that. Just because you get the word of mouth going on around. Let's see.
Right.
There you go.
But there's another YouTuber. She's the comic book Bombshell. I really like her as well. She also does a little bit of like she mainly does Star Wars Sith stuff, and she does a little bit of Marvel as well. And yeah, she's awesome too. She just like kind of like started out virtually new. So, but yeah, I try to support anybody that loves Star Wars, mainly Sith, because the reason why I actually, when I started doing RP and stuff like that, I did a lot of Jedi stuff, and then one of my friends of mine who wasn't really a Star Wars fan per se, just kind of like watched the movies sporadically. He was like, "Why isn't there anything really about the Sith?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's a lot of things about." So he was like, "No, but there's like no movie." Or like he's like I'm not gonna read the books. Like he goes, I'm not gonna read the fucking book. So, but he's like, there's no movie that actually like tailor made for the Sith. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And that's why I started the Dark Order, because I wanted to give like a different side to the Star Wars trilogy. Star Wars, to the Star Wars saga, to see a little bit more in depth into different Sith. And even though that during the Clone Wars and different things like that, they showed the rule too, there were still other Sith that were around, Yeah.
We'll see what happens in the future, because the Sith didn't exist until, that we know of, really, because they were hidden until Episode 1. They didn't talk about the Sith in the original trilogy.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's what I mean.
So the Sith did. I don't know. I honestly don't know Legends. I didn't like reading, so I didn't read Legends. So I don't really know. If they talked about the Sith in Legends at all.
Yeah, they briefly like skim a little bit on them. The thing that is really brings it out a lot is the Knights of the Old Republic video games. They do a lot, and they touch a lot on different Sith, like Darth Revan. They touch a lot of things about the Sith, but there hasn't been any really, per se, something like with the Clone Wars. With the little thing that they did with Darth Maul. I thought that was awesome. But there's not a lot of things that, hey, what's about the Sith? I have the Book of Sith, and the Book of Jedi. And there's a lot of things that, the Book of Sith actually goes into detail about it. Also, it gives a little bit of insight on what was happening before the Clone Wars. About Darth Plagueis and Darth Sidious, what their role was orchestrating, the Clone Wars and different things of that nature. So, but I just like, they're doing a lot of things. I've heard a lot of talk about the Obi-Wan. They also have doing a couple of things where I've also heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but are they doing a sequel for Solo? Has anybody heard that?
All right, so no one knows yet. Solo was supposed to have a sequel, but because it didn't perform up to what they wanted to at in the box office, that's when they kind of restructured their whole thing. There was no marketing behind it. I went to the Solo teaser trailer premiere at Good Morning America. I knew it was coming out that day. I went to, I told my professor in school I had to miss my astronomy class. And I said, well, listen, it's involving space, so, it's a legitimate excuse.
I'm still learning. Like, come on.
I went there, and I was the only Star Wars fan there. There was someone else that was there that was wearing a Star Wars T-shirt. They didn't even know that there was a movie coming out.
Wow.
So it was just there was no marketing, because all the money they would have used for marketing, they used to remake the movie. And then you had people, saying how horrible the movie was, and it was like, once the movie came out on digital, people were like, "Oh my god, this movie was so good! How come nobody ever told me about it?" We're like, "We did, but you didn't listen. You listened to all the fucking idiots."
You didn't listen, right?
And then it came out on Disney Plus, and people are like, "Oh, whatever." So I mean, that's where the whole Make Solo 2 thing happens, because whether they make it a movie or not, we don't really know. And then what if they? Are you putting salt in your margarita? Is that what you're doing?
Nice.
It's not margarita today.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, the other night she killed a bottle while she was on here. She killed a bottle of Bailey. Hey, Junior.
I know.
Oh, nice. I don't know. Like, I drink every once in a while. I'm not a huge drinker, but when I drink, I drink. So.
But it's like, so now, now there's a lot of talk of what if they brought it back, or, what if they made it a Disney Plus series for Solo,
like a series. Well,
or even,
I don't know.
They claim they're not going to do any movies on. They're not going to do any Star Wars movies on Disney Plus. So they would have to make it, like, even if it was just one season, or 8 1 hour, or 4 1 hour episodes or whatever. It's not a movie then. It's a short whatever. But what I really want to see is what Netflix did with the Marvel series, where you had Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Daredevil. They all had their own storyline.
Like
they all had their own storyline. Every once in a while, you'd hear something about somebody else coming in there. I forget. You'd have a couple of reoccurring characters. Rosario Dawson, was in a couple of them. She played a bigger part in Luke Cage. I don't know in the comics if she actually played that much of a role. But she was always around. And then, the lawyers are here and there going all around. So there's a lot of, it's all intertwined and everything.
Yeah.
I want to see them do something like that. I want to see them do something like that with Solo, so they can do a series for a season or two with Crimson Dawn. So you have Maul and Kira, and they can do something with Han and Chewie, and they can do something with Enfys Nest, and they can do something. Anybody that was in Solo, it doesn't have to be in Solo. They can bring in a different character. Do it so you have, 8. So you have four sets of TV programs to do, and that gives you 2 months of a TV show, a month off.
Right.
2 months of a TV show, a month off. 2 months of a TV show, a month off. 2 months of a TV show. There's your first. There's a season. It takes you through the whole year. 1 year worth.
Well,
and then the second.
I don't
year,
know how you feel about. I don't know how you feel about it.
And then when it's all done, bring it all together for one series to come together, like they did with Marvel. The only problem is the Marvel one wasn't really that good.
Where they had like the crossover thing.
Yeah,
with
well,
all
like,
the 4 characters. Yeah, the
yeah.
Defenders.
The Defenders, where that was it then. And then after the Defenders, they went off and they did their own thing again. But you don't
Right.
you don't have to do it like that where you keep it going, because that's the whole thing. A lot of people got pissed off when Kennedy said, "Oh well, we don't have anything for Star Wars. We don't have any background information. We don't have it," because there isn't. There's legends, but you can't.
But
use,
that's what
but you don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Condor. That's the beauty part of what's going on right now with Star Wars. It is open. It is so wide open. And if Disney would just let the people who love the movie, that love the franchise, take the reins. Let us take the reins. Let us be the ones to, continue this saga. You know what I mean? Let us be the ones. Let us who love, number one, love writing. Number two, have the vision to actually have the imagination to make something up, to make something new. Like I don't know. And I also wanted to touch on another thing that, excuse me, I'm sorry, Solo did not answer the question, and this is to me the biggest question, the biggest kind of secret, besides before when Luke had to, I don't know if you knew this, but Mark Hamill had to basically wait or keep secret for an entire year about the whole Darth Vader thing, him being his father. But my biggest secret was, what was the job that Han Solo and Chewie took that got them all messed up with Jabba the Hutt? Like, no one has ever answered that, and that hasn't even been answered in the movie itself. So I was hoping that a prequel would come out that answers that question and ties him and brings him to Tatooine, to the part where, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke all come there, C-3PO, and they kind of meet. Like, they haven't bridged that gap yet.
That was kind of answered. He was running spice for Jabba the Hutt. So he was running drugs for Jabba the Hutt. And he got boarded and had to dump the spice. So Jabba said, I don't know how much, you owe me this much money for the spice you dumped. That's what the job was.
Okay.
So it'd be like,
I've never I've never. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what happened. He was running spice, and it's up for now. Like, is spice it can be used for medicine. It can be turned into drugs. So is it is spice like an opiate, like an opium, or an opiate, where
Right.
it can be used. It can be used as heroin to get you high as hell, or it can be used as painkillers for medicine. Which you can use the painkillers to get you high too. That's but you know what I mean. So it's like, depending on how you inherently it's not bad, but it can be used for good stuff or bad stuff. So yeah, he was running spice. He was a spice runner, the same that Poe did. We find out in The Rise of Skywalker, Poe ran spice for a little while. So Poe he wasn't a drug dealer, he was a drug mule, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
So so
I
yeah.
I like how in Star Wars they kind of tiptoe around that. Like you kind of have to make your own imagination on what the quote unquote spices were, but you kind of know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, they don't come out and say it, but it's implied, and when they don't want to make you a drug dealer because that makes you bad and evil.
Right.
But if you're just running the drugs from point A to point B, you're not
That's
really
not so bad.
you're not as bad. You're just a smuggler then. So but
hey, Kyla, what do you got there? That looks awesome. Oh.
Hang on a second. Hold up.
I can't. It's too big.
Oh, that is cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to see if I open up or not. And play with Carlos for a little bit.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say this for a septic. It is a septic tank, so
I know. My toys are hidden. My adult toys are hidden.
yeah. Mark, the first septic tank,
No.
we the first septic tank, I had to take it down. I couldn't leave it up on the internet. I probably could have got a lot of views off of it,
Right.
from people watching it, but it's like there was another one a couple weeks ago that I probably could have got a lot of views off of it, people watching it, or
Right.
just taken a few minutes out of that 3 hours that were on there and put that down there, and I could have made money off of a few. A couple weeks ago, a couple like 5 or 10 minutes, and I could have put that as a really quick clip. That would have been fucking gone viral.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would have made some money.
Toys night.
And then there was another night with her. She ordered some toys, different toys. I don't know you, so different toys than I've ever bought for Star Wars. We'll just put it like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, adult Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of figured it would go with that route. That would have got like 10 million views.
Uh-huh.
Yep. But then like the one from the other week, I had to take that down just out of respect for the person, because, a lot of times what happens on the septic tank is people have been drinking all day, and 9:30, 10 o'clock rolls around, 11 o'clock, because it all starts. My Monday show always starts. Well, it used to start at 8:30, and then I bumped it up to 9:30 because my friends started putting theirs on. They're not putting it on Facebook. Facebook said, "Hey, we want you to put it on a show for us." So we're actually, got a contract with Facebook. So I watched their show. So that's why I bumped it back. That's why it's 9:30 now instead of 8:30. But the septic tank, it's a Saturday night thing, a Sunday thing. Whenever I can fit it in, and sometimes it's kind of like anything goes, and sometimes it's a little bit more raunchy than others.
Star Wars After Dark.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it says not safe for work right in the title. Mom, please don't watch this. So it's like, and it's called the septic tank.
Somebody said that at the last story, comments and making of videos.
Yeah.
Well,
Mark
I was told.
No, Mark Hamill knew right before. Like in his script, it didn't even say that. He found out right when he was going to film it, like a few minutes beforehand, that Darth Vader was his father, and then
because they wanted the shock value.
Yeah, and they didn't want anybody else to know. They didn't want any leaks coming out. So it's like so he knew. A couple other people knew, but that was it. Nobody else knew. So he did have to keep that secret until the movie came out. But he didn't know beforehand, before he shot that scene. But that was because, if you listen to the interviews, when, he was going around passing the Star Wars script out to people, going to bars, showing it to people or whatever. It was like, hey, look at this movie I'm doing. And they didn't care. That's why you can actually find scripts from Star Wars more, or, easier, whatever, than something else.
What's wrong?
Hang on a second.
Is she okay?
Did someone shush him?
No. What's going on?
I said Star Wars After Dark.
Yeah, this has been epic. Some nights it's been epic. Telling you.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Some people are missing though. Carlo is missing. Farm Boy is missing.
Yeah, I saw them a couple of. I didn't get a chance to see his last show. I'm gonna probably look at it after I, get done, because I still have a couple of things to do on my my group. But yeah, I didn't get a chance. But I haven't seen them. I didn't see them last time either.
Yeah.
I did see. I can't even remember. Oh man. As soon as I leave, right, I'm gonna forget it. But who was it? I can't remember his name.
Kilo
Now
normally
it's
here,
escaping me.
but he just had surgery, so he's not feeling very good. So
Mando, that's his. I think it's Metal Mando.
yeah.
Yeah, that's his name. Okay, I feel better now.
But I've been
Yeah, I
trying.
see you got.
I've been trying to see. I mean, a lot of people are against it, but I've been trying to see if they say anything about doing a movie or something with Ben Solo. Um, I mean, I think they should go their route a little bit because I
Like
don't. I don't think it was
so,
fair.
I don't like the whole thing with Ben Solo and Leia and everything like that. Like some of the things that are going off of Luke, that was Legends. Condor said he's not a big. I'm a big Legends fan because to me Legends kind of was like the gap fillers for some of the things that you had questions on. And before like Phantom Menace and all that kind of stuff came out, Legends was kind of like the go-to for you to, hey, look, this is, what's going on. And this is, something, oh, okay, I understand why this happened now. But yeah, like, I don't, I think after Return of the Jedi, there was some books and some, there's a lot of things that, done between Return of the Jedi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would like to know, actually, to be quite honest with you, I would like to know what happened with the Old Republic. I would like to see things before
The whole
you
Luke
know,
Skywalker saga.
exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Probably they're doing
and
that. They will do that. So, I mean, it will be
thank you.
great, right? I mean,
Yeah, and
learn.
I just I would that's my dream to see.
Yeah.
Not only that, I mean, but like them to expand on different things as far as what goes on, what happens to Rey now. Does she start a new Jedi Order? What's going to be the new threat for the Empire, for Star Wars? The galaxy. Hey, Peter.
All right, I'm back.
Hey,
Something got dropped. Something got dropped in the kitchen when stuff was being put away. At least the jar didn't break, so it just went. I made a stuffing for pork chops today.
Oh my God, I love stuffing.
I did. Well, it was stuffed pork chops, but it wasn't like a regular bread. It wasn't a bread stuffing. It was ricotta cheese and roasted red peppers and garlic and basil and spinach.
Okay.
I thought you put your toys away. And then I put it back in a container, and I didn't have enough room in it, so I had a little glass jar. I don't know, it's probably like a 4-ounce or 2-ounce mason jar that I had the leftovers in.
Okay.
And that fell out of the refrigerator when stuff was being put away. So, and it just, it was one of those things. It fell, and I just had foil on top of it, not a real lid. So it just kind of went all over the place. So I had to clean that up really quick because
man, that's we made homemade stromboli. Well, my wife made homemade stromboli, and she's Italian, so she loves making stuff like that. It was actually really easy.
I just muted her.
It's okay.
Yeah, and then, so we had that, and then I made a balsamic reduction and Brussels sprouts spiked with pancetta,
Oh, okay.
and then
Well,
uh,
I just made stromboli. I feel like I should have been over your house, man.
marinated artichokes. I'll put a picture. I took a picture of the plate. It's not really that fancy because I just kind of threw everything together. But I'll put a picture of it. I'll remind me. You got to remind me something else too. I got to do something else too. I told you to remind me, but
yeah. Crap. The website. No, you already put the website up.
Oh yeah,
you already did it.
What is
what do you mean? What website? Jesus Christ! My website.
your website?
TooMedToo's.com. TooMedToo's.com.
Yep. Christian, I think you liked it on Facebook.
I did probably.
Kylo Ren.
So are you one of those? Kylo, are you one of those people that just scrolls and likes?
No, I mean I'm so busy. This week has been awful, but I mean I'm trying to get my life back together. But yeah, I'm on it. Okay. I see
That's
it.
That's all I got. So, yep, that's all I got so far. And then I don't know. I mean, you subscribe to a. It was just not that. It was like put your picture on here. I was like, okay, so I picked the picture I want, and then you can do a ton of different things. You can make it a big picture, a small picture, and then like at the top it says Star Wars podcast, YouTube, whatever crap I put on there, and then you can arrange how you move it on the screen and everything around, and then put in your social. Yeah, so it's I gotta. The next thing I need to do is go on there and figure out the social medias, because like it doesn't have a place on there for Twitch. I need to put the Twitch on there. It doesn't have a thing on there for Patreon. I got to put Patreon on there. Unless I just use one of the other ones and put it on there, but I want to actually have what's supposed to be. Like I don't want to be people are like, oh, let's click on your LinkedIn and go to Twitch, because that's just kind of pointless, because if someone's looking for my Twitch, they're not going to find it. If someone's looking for LinkedIn, they're going to be like, what the hell is this shit? So, I don't want to do it like that. So I got to figure out how to put stuff in there. If I can, if I can change the name and stuff. So that's, I have no idea. I asked my buddy, I said, hey, can you help me out with this? Because, he's an actual computer programmer. Like he could build me the website from scratch. Not use like I'm using like they have a template, or hey, this is you want to do this, here's 10 different things, so I have to then see if he still wants to go that way, or if he wants to do it completely different, or whatever, but so we'll see. It's something, something's better than nothing.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm definitely gonna look at it. I support everything that you're doing, so I'm definitely gonna look at it.
I mean, yeah. Superior Hero Reviews. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Superior Hero.
Everyone, make sure you subscribe and like and hit buttons and do whatever you want. Oh, super chats. Give me some super chats too, everybody. So I can pay for my website I just built. Otherwise, it's going to be down at the end of the night. No, I'm just
right.
All right. Yeah, I mean, everything's paid. The domain name's paid for 10 years. Everything's that's good for 10 years. And the website's up for the next year. That's paid for. But it's still. We're gonna bring in somebody over here. We're gonna bring in this gorgeous man.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
What's happening, Pete?
Oh, friends, and new friends all around.
Hey, Pete.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Pete. The guy with the cool hat. I love it.
Oh, which one? Was it the Bone Thugs hat?
I think it was your I think it was Cypress Hill hat.
Oh, I got one of those. And yeah, the taste in music, man. So what y'all been talking about today?
Nothing, just kind of
Little
shooting
this,
the
little
shit
that.
about whatever.
Toys.
Always.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
So, Michael, congratulations on your 10-year acquisition of TooMedToo's.com.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I called you out for collecting Funko Pops again. Someone else.
I banned you. I don't even remember whose stream it was. I banned you from their stream. That's gonna be my shirt. I need someone to make me a shirt. So here's my ideas. So I'm actually working on. So like the design for the Bacta tank and TooMedToo's and like Septic tank. I just don't think they'd look good on a T-shirt the way that it is. It's like the body's over here and then the writing's over here. It just looks kind of weird for a T-shirt. So I'm getting it made into like a round circle or like a whatever. Not really sure yet what it's going to be. Getting those made so I can get T-shirts. I want to get another one that says like something about being like your band. I need someone to make that for me, like your band. And then I need another one that is like me, like me. This is my idea. Me like in a wheelbarrow, like inside the wheelbarrow, and the wheelbarrow is just overflowing with Funko Pops.
Okay.
And then it just saying, "I do not collect Funko Pops."
Oh my god.
I would buy that shirt.
Me too.
I would definitely buy that shirt.
Did you hear he banned me on
I would definitely, yes.
someone else's stream today? Can you believe that he banned me on someone else's stream just for saying that he collected Funko Pops?
I banned you. Well, you got some records. I banned you was it 3 times or 4 times?
Only 3.
Okay, I banned you 3 times.
Oh my
which
god.
is the most anyone's ever been banned on a stream. And I banned you from someone else's stream today. So
How do you ban someone? How do you ban someone from someone else's stream?
I did it. I did it. I did it.
I don't know what his problem with me is. Honestly, I feel like I'm a nice guy. I just call it how I see it. Like I just can't believe it.
You're a straight shooter, Pete. Come on.
Yeah. Speaking of that, man, I got to tell you, man, I really like your Dragon Ball Z art up on the back of your wall there. I'm actually representing Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, thanks, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Always.
Yeah, it was actually a Christmas gift from my nephews. Besides Star Wars, I love Dragon Ball Z too. So, they got me this whole. He went to Comic-Con, and he got this artwork done. And he was like, "Yeah, here, Uncle Mark, this is yours." And I'm like, "Oh, I love you forever." And then I got my my Darth Vader bed sheet that I've had since I've been like 2. Yeah. Yeah, I was telling Condor earlier. I said I had I'm obsessed with Star Wars. Like I used to have a bunch of toys and different things like that. And when you're younger, you weren't thinking about leaving them in the box. So, I played with them, and as I got older, I went to college and I came back and my dad like literally threw all my Star Wars stuff away. He was like, "Well, you're not coming back home, and you don't need this stuff because you're a grown man now. You're a grown ass man. You don't need toys." And I'm like, "How do you know?" I cried. It was bad. I had the Millennium Falcon, the original Millennium Falcon. I had I still have a couple of stuff, but not. I used to have a big collection when I was younger. Nice. I just haven't really. I haven't really built it back up again. But when this like quarantine kind of thing happened, I kind of was just sitting around, and I went through my mom's stuff, and I found like stuff that she kind of like hid from my dad because he just threw everything away. As soon as I left, he couldn't wait for me to leave to go to college. God rest his soul and everything, but he couldn't wait for me to leave to throw all my stuff away.
Man, It's funny, you know, collecting is such a part of Star Wars. I mean, like everybody, we talked about this last week while you were talking about Metal Mando. When Metal Mando was on, it's funny how we collect everything. I think it was on, what's that Netflix show, The Toys That Made Us? Kind of, was that what it was? They were talking about on the Star Wars about how, you know, with sci-fi, collecting toys and stuff kind of gives us something tangible for a more or less, for lack of a better word, a fake world, something that we can hold on to that lets us express our fandom. I mean, I collect toys. Our bedroom, Eden and I's bedroom, is just covered in 3 3/4 inch figures on one of the walls. We got vintage, Power of the Force, Power of the Force 2, everything. And I don't expect it's ever going to stop. I don't expect it's ever going to stop.
Yeah. I mean, when I get like right now, like I got a whole bunch of other, you know, like real life stuff I got to take care of and everything. But as soon as I, you know, get back, I really want to get back into collecting again. And that's why I kind of, in my the Dark Order Empire, actually am letting like collect the people that collect and stuff like that come in as well, because I want to build my collection arsenal back up again. You know, I only have 4 or 5 different things now, and I used to have so many, and it's like, yeah, I just want to get back into it. And I mean, I've gotten back into doing the role playing thing. I was telling Condor and Kylo about it earlier, you know, what the Dark Order is and everything. But I really want to get back into collecting. Yeah. Well, I mean,
role playing is so much fun, especially in Star Wars. Like, what kind of role playing? If you don't mind, just give me the long and short of it.
Well, basically, you know, it's like I want to play a complete new world. So everything happens after the Battle of Exegol. And it's basically based more on Sith. Well, it's not more on Sith. It's basically based off of Sith. I'm a big fan of the Sith, you know. I had always never thought that they were always evil. So basically, I have like a cause and effect kind of thing. I don't know if you remember, you know, back in the day, you used to have like these cause and effect books. So basically, like, for example, you're walking into a room and there's 2 ways to go. You know, turn to page 21 if you want to go right, or turn to page, you know, 36 if you want to go left. And basically that's how I have my RP. Yeah, how I have my RP set up. So there'll be like a game master, and that person basically will direct you in what's going on in that particular mission or task that you're doing. Based on your answer, that's how the game master will continue the RP. If you successfully make the mission, I have like these what we call army pool shops, and basically you get to build up your character. Excuse me. You can you rank up. I have 5 different levels. There is an acolyte, apprentice, a knight, a dark knight, an inquisitor, and then the top level would be a Darth. You would have a Darth status. After each time you get a mission, you get rewarded with different things. Like you could get a new type of force power, or you could add to your army comp. You build up forces. I actually next week I'm actually with some of the people that are a little more higher up. I'm gonna have what is called a war games, and basically anything that you've built up in your army pool, you get to use in this battle. I'm actually having a tournament right now with you know, our different RP people, and you know, it's just fun. You know, I know the old RPs basically were based mostly off of a loose interpretation of you know, Dungeons and Dragons and everything, but I kind of wanted to start everything all over again, especially online, because it's hard to roll dice online, and you know, a lot of people cheat.
Yeah,
especially if you're a Sith, you're gonna cheat, you know. So you roll a dice and different things like that. It's just not gonna work in the online world. So you know, that's where we kind of go with it. And you know, it's really fun. I got like right now, There's 124 people. No, I'm sorry, 126 people in my group. About 22 of them do RP. I have Andor in there with podcasting. I have a couple of people that cosplay in there. And then once you hit certain levels, I have other sectors of the Dark Order that you can go into. There's one called the SIF, which is it's called Cywell Intelligent Force, or you can go into the Flame, and the Flame is just a strict RP group. That they don't have anything else, and that's what we do. We actually just started that about maybe 2 weeks ago, and there's only like maybe 6 people in that group. But I tell people, I rather have 6 people that actually enjoy doing RP than 600, because you'll have people that come into your group and then they're in there. This is why I never understood this. You get into a group. I'm sorry, my phone's about to die. You get into a group and you're all gung-ho about it, and then you don't do anything in the group. And it's like, what's the point of being in the group if you're not going to participate? So I want people to just enjoy it, enjoy Star Wars. We mostly talk about Sith stuff, some Jedi stuff we do talk about. I don't like the whole gray Jedi thing. I never really was a big fan of the gray Jedi thing. I think that's legend that should not exist, because there's no such thing as gray in Jedi. I don't.
You either are or you aren't.
Right. I totally. Now, if someone told me that they were a Jedi, and they were a person that studied both the light and the dark forces, then I can understand that. But the term gray Jedi just never really set right with me. So.
Right.
But yeah, that's basically the long and short of, the Dark Order Empire,
It sounds really cool.
I mean, there's a lot of, there's a lot of RP groups out there. I know one of them's called the United Brotherhood of the, I don't know about Jedi groups, Jedi RP groups, but I know a lot of them. There's another one that's a big group, real group. I actually was in it a long time ago. The Eternal Sith Empire. They're huge. They have like maybe over 1,000 members in their group. And they've been going since like maybe the early 2000s. Have a whole fandom world, and basically you. The reason why I like doing the RPs is, you basically just get to sit back. I like reading. I'm not a big person on sitting back and reading, because I don't I can't immerse myself into it. But when I'm actually writing it, then it's awesome. So that's it's fun to me.
Nice. It sounds really cool. I've been doing role playing as long as I can remember, especially like online role playing. I don't know if you guys remember when AOL was kind of a new thing, probably around like the 3.0 edition. They had all the chat rooms and the arts and entertainment to where you could actually role play. And there were some Star Wars role playing groups too. Like you could actually, I think the code was // roll D whatever 1D whatever 4D20 whatever, and then you would join in the groups, and like you could actually roll right then and there. For as far as like now, it's not as easy to get into. Like you were talking about, it's really hard to roll dice, and people would be cheating. But it sounds really cool, like the idea that you have going forward, especially with the fact that it's all new. You're creating all brand new stuff, and that's fascinating because it's brand new territory. That's really cool.
Yeah. Like I actually have we actually have what is called non-role player characters, and that's what I've actually been working on recently. Different factions, so that we have allies, enemies, different things like that. And I actually have an idea for the Crimson Dawn. Actually, the Crimson Dawn actually breaks off into 2 factions. One of them is called the Black Dawn of Maul, which basically are the people that were loyal to Dark Maul when he was part of, leading the, the syndicate, the Crimson Dawn Syndicate. And then there was people that as soon after Maul died, basically opposed the people that, wanted to take over. The Black Dawn of Maul, basically, Darth Maul actually has an offspring. He actually, kind of like mates with a Night Mother, and basically he becomes their offspring. He doesn't know that he's Darth Maul's legitimate son, but he basically learns about it as he grows up and everything. And then basically, in honor of his father, creates the Black Dawn of Maul. The people that were actually in Crimson Dawn were like, "Yo, you just came in. You know what are you doing here? Basically, you don't have no stake in just saying you're leader," and they broke off. So one part of them actually is our ally, and one of them is not. I also have Tamarinians. We're also doing the Hutt Syndicate. It basically becomes an evolved crime family. Like I have a whole bunch of. I have something that is basically parallel to how the Sith were hiding. I have a faction called the Jedi Order, where basically there was members of the Jedi that's been laying around for eons, just waiting for the right time to actually come back. And I'm not a big I'm not a Star Trek fan at all. But one thing that I did like about Star Trek was the Borgs. So kind of like the Jedi become like the Borgs, where they want to assimilate everyone to basically be in the Jedi Order, and that's it. And they want to simulate everything. So they're not like quote unquote good, and they're not quote unquote bad. But yeah, I that's what I was saying, Condor. I have tons of ideas to continue the Star Wars saga. Like my mind just oozes out. I like wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and I'll be sitting there like, oh no, I have something else I want to write down for this, Yeah. So, but yeah, this it's been real fun. I started it about maybe 3-4 months ago when this whole pandemic thing happened. And well, I've been going ever since. I love doing it. And anybody that wants to join, you answer all the questions that are asked. If you want to just be there just to talk about Sith stuff, join. If you want to go into the RP part of it, we're our Sith, so we're kind of asshole-ish sometimes, but we're a fun-loving crew. We just want to have fun, just want to enjoy being, going and immersing into our world, and sometimes sit back and just learn new things about Star Wars stuff that I'm what, 43 now? Yeah, I'm 43. So like I was out ever since Star Wars has been around, but you always learn something new. I never tell anybody that I'm the, quote unquote authority on Star Wars, because there's going to be something that someone's going to tell me. I'm like, oh man, shit, I never even knew that, So that's why I love my group.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm in there. I don't do the role play thing or anything like that, but I've had some decent conversations in there, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's how
fun group. I'm also thinking about. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Condor. My bad.
You're thinking about what? Getting a Twitter account?
Yeah. Man, I might have to break down. You're gonna peer pressure me into it, aren't you?
I mean, I got Ross to get one because Ross didn't have one, and I was like, you need to get it. And that's how you're gonna, connect with people. You can't just do it on Facebook because Facebook's kind of weird like that. And he did it, and then he did, he read somebody's fan fiction, and then he was on somebody else's podcast, within a couple weeks, and so, I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess it might break down. You might see me on Twitter, maybe. You never know. See Darth Emperor Cywell Cram just pop out of nowhere. You never know.
Well, no, it might be you.
But yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
just go there, Darth Emperor Skywalker cram.
Well, I gotta go, guys.
Well,
Yeah.
take care.
Well,
buddy.
I gotta
It was
go,
nice
guys.
chatting.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you have me on. Yeah, I hope you have me on maybe another time, man.
Definitely.
Take care, buddy. Take care.
You know where to find us.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Later. So when I first pulled up the chat, I was curious because I heard you were talking about how you had to take a video down for people that were drinking all day. I was wondering if this had something to do with me. Like I felt a little targeted. Was it my singing? Was it my singing?
No, that's still there's still a claim, and I don't know what the fuck it is. Like the first one came off, like that, so I got 3 of them. But I got one. So the one was just an audio one. That one came off. Then the other ones were like video and audio, and I was like, "There's no video on there. Like, what are they?" It's like I didn't show anything. So I was like, "Fuck it." It is, and it's being reviewed, but to be reviewed by a person takes so long. And that was what, 2 weeks ago. It's still sitting there. So I mean, you can go watch it or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. That's what it is. But yeah, I figured out. I think it was you. Twitch has a karaoke thing, right?
Yeah.
You were saying, yeah. So
yeah. What is that? Twitch sings, right?
Yeah.
And that would kind of fix the latency. I honestly I don't think like even if you fix the latency, I don't feel like my singing would have held up. I was a little far gone that day. I haven't had as much today. I've been kind of out and about. I just got back from some protests and so I've been kind of keeping it cool today. And yeah, so sober as a judge, depending on how much the judge drinks.
I was gonna say that's what, 3 drinks.
Yeah.
A 3 martini lunch.
3
martinis, which is actually like 6 drinks, but you know.
Right.
So yeah, I just popped on here. I was running a little bit behind. I'll put the picture up of the dinner I made. I can't figure out what the fuck's wrong. It's because I went over to. All right. I'll put a picture up later of the dinner I made. That's why I was late. I got no reason to lie. You know, I'm like a Sith. I don't have to lie. And I was like, okay, I was like, fuck it. It was good. I'm going to be late. I'm not going to put it up and wait to come back. So that's what happens. There was nobody here waiting. Anyway, Christina was waiting. But that was about it. Christina, well, you didn't answer me. I said, hey, I'm going to be a couple minutes late. And then 10 minutes later, right when I was getting ready to start. Okay. Yeah, right when I was getting ready to start. So.
Hey there to Alfie. Just reading the chat.
Hey, Alfie.
So speaking of collecting a little bit, I added a couple more figures to my collection today. I know we talked a little bit with Metal Mando about like the lightsaber transition from the long to the short. I'm kind of trying to fill in my collection holes there, and I got a short Obi-Wan Kenobi Power of the Force 2 short lightsaber for $6 and no shipping. And so like I feel really good about that. And I got a Luke's that was a long saber for him and a short lightsaber for the Luke Skywalker. So I got those coming in. Pretty excited about that. I'm trying to fill in the wall. We've probably got 22 of the red cards right now. And man, I just can't stop. 39 episode 1.
I picked up. So Kylo's out of commission, not girl Kylo, boy Kylo's out of commission for a little while. And I've got a couple of videos I got to make. And I got the first wave of the Black Series 40th anniversary that came in. So I had the guys from Holo Chronicles on while I opened them up. And it was funny because the video is like 12 minutes long, and it's way longer than it needed to be. Could have done it in 5. But we were talking. But like we were just talking while I was recording, and it was over like an hour. That I just cut down like all like the bullshit we were talking about then, and then I got a couple really nice clips in there to use sometime, especially for Andy, with the stupid shit. And then they're like, "Hey, you want to come on our podcast tonight?" And I was like, "Okay, fine." Well, they're actually going to be on the Septic Tank Monday.
Cool.
Talk a little bit about collecting. I had somebody lined up, but their publicist said that the company isn't doing anything. Isn't having anybody that had things scheduled do it this week. I mean, I understand, whatever. So they're filling in, and then the following week I have a podcaster on, and then possibly the 15th I have this author coming back on. It's one of those things. It's like, so I send a message to the publicist, and the publicist has to send a message to the author. The author has to send a message back, then get back to me. So it's like, sometimes it only takes a half hour. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 days, to get a response. But then I think I got a couple of people lined up that they're like, yeah, I want to come on your show, but we haven't really discussed or decided when. So, it could be I could fill up, till the middle of July. Next week, or it could be, scraping people by really soon. But it's weird because trying to get guests on, it's hard to plan them that far in advance to be like, hey, do you want to come on? And be like, okay, in a month and a half, I can do it on this date. It's like a lot of people don't know a month and a half what's going on. You know what I mean? So I try and have it out a couple weeks in advance. And then, after next week, I'll know about the 15th, and then I'll try and get a couple more filled out. That way I don't have to worry about anything for a week or 2. But we got a couple people coming in here on Twitch saying hello.
Hey
Hi
there,
there.
Alfie. Hey, the Beast is at 90 million.
It's something, all right.
Welcome.
So, yeah. Pete, that person, so I'm trying to figure this out. So I didn't have Twitch open before, so I couldn't do anything. When that person I don't even know if the comments are still on there. So I had to open up Twitch so that if they come back on. But what I did after they made that comment and they're like, whatever, I did a 3-minute commercial. So anybody so they had to sit there for 3 minutes watching the commercial if they wanted to comment again.
Are you talking about the person that was asking for expletives?
Yeah.
We don't have no expletives on. Oh wait. This is the septic tank. So
yeah, dude, you can fucking
just not all of those.
I mean, if they would have come on here and be like, "Here's a super chat, say it," I would have been like, "Okay," or I'm gonna subscribe, or go on Twitch and they, whatever you do that you donate coins or whatever. I mean, if you really want me to say something, fine. I might depend on what it is. It might be like, I need a little more. I need a little bit more.
I can give my PayPal and I'll say it.
Yeah. Hit me up on PayPal. I got Venmo. You can go on my Anchor app and give me some money. Oh yeah. So anyways, my allergies are bothering me, dude. That's why I'm not doing cocaine. Trust me. I'd be, hey, I'm not now.
That's Star Wars. It's Mark Hamill. Yeah, I do cocaine. Does nobody know what the reference? Metalocalypse.
No.
Okay, so Mark Hamill voiced a clown in Metalocalypse called Dr. Roxo, the Rock and Roll Clown, and in his music videos, he's skiing through cocaine.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's not. Yeah. Anyways, as you were saying. He wasn't saying. He's saying
No,
saying
it
nothing.
stopped. It stopped.
Oh no, I was trying to do something. I don't know. The Beast put something that wants to go check out a website, but it's probably some crap or some porn site or whatever. I don't know. So I don't know, but I'm not gonna go look at it. And yeah. What do we got here? Do. All right. Oh, so if you block somebody, it doesn't take them out of their. All right. Anyways, yeah. So I was just sorry, dude. I hope you know. Maybe it's not some shit site, but why would you walk up and be like, "Can you tell me this is true?" and put a YouTube site on there without even asking, whatever. So he's blocked now, but it doesn't take him away. It doesn't remove them. He's gone now. So.
Makes me wonder, this video about space, he doesn't know if it's true. I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Well, I mean, you can go click on it if you want to, I guess.
I mean, maybe I don't want to. Okay,
Well,
maybe I will. Maybe I will. I'm trying to get banned.
Did you click on it?
No. You know what? I'll pull it up.
It's probably some.
Yeah, I'll let you know what this is. Give me half a second. Y'all can talk about something for a minute.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So I'll tell you. So, are you laughing? Did you pull it up? Is that why you're laughing? Is it something good? So it's like I don't even know what time it was in the morning. I was like, all right. So I was like, I was talking to, or I was trying to get the website domain name back or whatever, and then I'm trying, and they gave me this. I have this whatever the hell it's called, some shit that looks for Wikibuy, that tries to find Wikibuy. Cheaper stuff. Wikibuy.
I had to take the sound off.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. So it's like, so then it goes through, but it went into, so I use my PayPal, it takes the money out of my bank account, and I'm trying to go in, and then 5 minutes later, the money goes back in. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I try again, same thing. Now I realize what a great deal I got with this coupon I have, that I might as well get it for the 10 years or whatever, because it's so fucking cheap. I mean, it's still not cheap, but it's a lot cheaper. And, and then like, I didn't know that you need to buy security for the domain name. Otherwise, like, the domain name can get hacked. Not even your website. The domain name can get hacked. So I had to get, that, which adds money onto it. So it's like, okay. And the guy's like, all right, well, it ends up that the code, it was allowing me to use the code. But once I made the payment, it was saying the code wasn't valid. So it was putting the money back in the account. Well, then my bank froze the bank account. My bank account, because they saw that someone kept taking money out, putting it back, like it kept going back, flip-flopping back or whatever. So I got this guy on the phone, and then I got the bank on the phone. So it was like 2.5 hours, but I ended up getting it for like half price. Because I was like, listen, dude, I was like, this thing's working. And then, you're telling me. So he came back. He's like, yeah, I talked to my supervisor. We can give it to you for that much. I was like, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, let's do it, man. And then I got the website. Then I using them as the host also, and to build the website. But I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing, to build the website and trying to figure it out. And had to call them and then I was in the chat with them about this and that and what do I do, and So I talked to my buddy. He's gonna help me do it, but he's actually like builds websites and shit. So he might be like, "Don't use this garbage. I'm just gonna do it for you," or he might just be like, "Here, this is how you fix it," or do whatever. So I don't know. It's like WordPress. Use WordPress to build websites, and then they're like, or you can use something else, or use your own. And then I was like, I don't know. So
Times have changed for web building, man. I remember when I was in middle school, I actually would, instead of paying attention in class, I would sit there with a piece of paper and sit there and design websites on my piece of paper using HTML. I remember vividly, I got in trouble for that one day. And my teacher thought I was writing a note or something to somebody. And she's like, "Oh, what have you got here?" And like tried to read it to the class. And it was just like, just HTML code on a piece of college rolled paper. And I don't know, man. I think WordPress is probably the way to go for you. I mean, if you don't know any of the coding and stuff, I mean, it seems simple enough. This is the way.
well, did you go check out the website yet?
No, I've been busy. Just in reference to what you said when you said you were busy earlier. But no, what is it? TooMedToo's.com? Let me look at it. No, I'm sorry. I just got in back in right before I as soon as I walked in, I actually pulled up YouTube to see what you were up to. We were out marching, and that was awesome. Oh, this website looks awesome, dude. Look at this. Oh man, that's all you need. Go, Daddy.
Yeah, Daddy.
Go, Daddy.
Yeah, Daddy.
Looks great, man.
Well, no, because I want to get it. I want to get it where like I can put more socials on there. I've changed the name from it so it doesn't say social. Like some other shit or whatever. But that's the whole thing. It's like if you have someone build you a website, anytime you want something changed, you got to have them do it. At least this way, like I can change it 12 times. I can put it from social to whatever to like just where it says social. Or like whatever it is. But I would just like someone that actually knows what they're doing to help me out with it so I can get it done faster. Or, I want to be able to put like a link to, like, I know there's a YouTube link there. But I want to have it where you can actually, I don't know, do something like with videos or set up a link for podcasts once I have the podcasts up. Because I got the podcasts up and going. Where I just I do whoever the featured person is, because I started off where it's like I put like the 5 hours of the Bacta tank on there, and I was like, fuck, and then I was like, all right, fine, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm just gonna put whoever the featured guest is when that's gonna be the podcast, and it's just me saying hi, hello to them, and it comes on, and then when they're off, I just cut it off because I've already done everything. But like just stuff like that, and then. Once I do have a TeePublic site up, have them be able to find my TeePublic site off of there. And then once I figure out how, if I can get the Amazon link going, I got to figure out what to do to get the Amazon thing. So like I have my own Amazon store. So when new Star Wars toys come out, you go to my store and you buy them. You're paying the same price that you would off of Amazon, but then I make, you make like $2. You make like two. It depends what it is, but you make like a couple cents on a dollar. So if you bought like the whole line of all the Rebels coming out, I'd make $2, and you'd pay the same thing, but you just use my website instead. So it's like I was telling. Mark, when he was on here earlier, that there's a lot of things like you can do that you can make a little bit of money here and there. I can make a couple of dollars a month off of YouTube with just people watching videos, and I can make a couple of dollars off of Twitch. What I need to start doing is I need to get people that have an Amazon account. If you have Amazon, you go to your Amazon account, your Amazon Prime account, and like where it has you like you on the corner. I can pull it up right here and tell you what to do. I'm not going to show you because I don't know what the fuck it does. But all right, you go to Amazon and then it says accounts and lists. Is that it? Accounts and lists, and then your account, and then digital content. It says Twitch settings. And that puts your Twitch and your Amazon linked together because Amazon owns Twitch or whatever. And then you can subscribe to Twitch, and it's $4.99 a month, but it doesn't cost you anything because you get one free one a month with Amazon. I mean, Twitch takes half the money, but that's $2 I get then, and it's just these little things I need to get people to do that, especially when it doesn't cost you anything. It's a minute or two of your time, and then every month you just got to click it again to renew it. And it's like, okay, you get a couple people to do that off Twitch. I get a couple dollars off of there, and people hang out and watch videos, and I don't know how you get paid for it actually, because I think Twitch owes me $7.
Those jerks.
Like, I don't know if they pay you quarterly or if you have to hit a certain dollar amount before they pay you, or whatever it is. But it's just like make a couple dollars off of Patreon, a couple dollars off of Twitch, a couple dollars off of YouTube, whatever else.
That's really good. That's money you can throw into your Funko Pop collection.
Yeah.
No, because I still need to upgrade my computer once Best Buy opens back up, and because I want to take it from 16 gigs of RAM to 64 to make it a little bit faster. And then I'm thinking about maybe getting my screen 4K. Once I have that extra RAM added on there, I can get a 4K touch screen. Maybe have that added onto there. Just makes things a little bit easier.
Nice. Very cool, man.
So.
Well, boys, I got to go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a short one tonight. It's already 2 hours. I'm saying it's going to be a short one, but.
Yeah, I was about to go to. I'm pretty bushed after this day, and I just wanted to pop in and say hello, and send my love to everybody, and of course to Michael, who keeps banning me from other people's shows. But it's always fun to sit and chat with you guys for a little bit. It's good to see you again, all of y'all. But this is the end.
I got to go too. I'm tired.
Yeah, and don't forget, go to your Amazon Prime account and go to accounts.
Yeah.
And go to account, and then link it up, and then go to Twitch, and then you the wrong one. And then you subscribe, and then every month I get $2 from you. It doesn't cost you a thing.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, you get one free Twitch subscription a month that you can use on anybody you want. Okay, bye, Christina. I guess she really was leaving. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So you go to Amazon, and then where it says accounts and lists, the first one on there is your account. You click on that, and then in the middle, the top middle one where it says digital content and devices, it's Twitch settings. You click on there, and that links your Twitch account somehow. I don't know. I did it before. I don't know how to remember how to do it. And then you do that, and then you go to Twitch and you subscribe, and it should say free because I know Christina tried to do it, and she's like, I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to pay for it. I was like, no, don't pay for it. Like, if you're going to pay for it, fucking Venmo me $5 a month. Don't fucking, like, I don't understand why all these people are like, yeah, send it through. Dude, like, I don't know. Like, can you hack my Venmo account? Is that why people don't want to use it all the time? Or like, I thought it was kind of safer, PayPal it to me, dude. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's convenient and easy, but I mean, if I didn't know you, then yeah, I'm going to be like, go ahead and do it and, get hundreds of people on there. But Twitch, you can get people to gift it to you too. So like I could buy a subscription on Twitch and give it to you for whatever reason. I don't know. But yeah, so
that's awesome, man. Well, I tell you what, as soon as I hop off of here, I'm going to go ahead and make sure you get my subscription, and I'll be happy to give you that $2 to help fund your Funko Pop collecting.
God damn it. I do not collect Funko Pops.
What's the problem?
I don't collect them. I collect books. Oh, did you hear about the book I got?
No.
So Dressing the Galaxy. It was a prequels book that came out. And it's all about like costumes and everything of the prequels. And I've had it on my list for a while. I just can't afford to buy it because it's like my budget for multiple things.
Funko Pops.
The book new is, I think you can find it cheap for like $550.
Oh, that's okay. So it's out of print?
It's out of print, but you can still find them new. Even like if you go to Amazon and look it up, it's still like some of like new. It's $500, used $800. Like it's just crazy prices. So I was able to find it. I don't know who this person is, but they said, "Yo, nice beard, bro." And I just fucking. I don't know if you can tell, it's quite short compared to what it was recently. I had to break down and trim it up a little bit. I took probably an inch off of it, inch and a half, maybe more, because it was just getting too out of control. Because I hadn't shaved anything, so it was just wherever it was going. So I had to, at least make it, somewhat whatever. Yeah, but the dudes from Hall Chronicles were like, "Hey, do you have this book?" I was like, "No, I can't afford it." And they're like, "Oh, hang on, someone's trying to sell it." And I was like, "Okay." And I got it from used at a really good price.
Nice.
So I got that book, and then I ordered the costume books, which is the original trilogy book, but that came out after or around the same time, or whatever. That's just a normal book price, $40-$50.
That's awesome.
Like for it new, but it's like, yeah. So they said the binding's a little bit messed up, and I was like, okay, well, I'll deal with it. Whatever. I'm not gonna. It's hard to haggle when you're getting a good deal on something. It's hard to haggle.
Yeah.
Over a couple dollars.
Yeah.
When they're like, well, the binding's messed up. I don't know how bad the binding is. Like, even if it costs me $100 or $150 to have the book rebound professionally, it's still way cheaper than I would have paid for it used. So it's like, yeah, like I'll if it's all in pieces and I got to take it to us, I don't even know what a book person is, or where to do it. But yeah, so I was like, listen, I'm not gonna, haggle with it. I was like, I can't tell from the picture how bad it is. You said it's whatever, so
that's awesome.
We'll deal with it later. And all right, I'm gonna let you go. I know you said you were gonna go, and I kept you here forever.
I am gonna go, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on again, man. It's always a blast. I want to invite everybody to hop on your Amazon Prime to go ahead and give him your Twitch subscription. It doesn't cost you a thing if you've already got Amazon Prime. It's just gonna give him a couple bucks to help fund his Funko Pop collection.
God damn it!
I'm sorry, but no, it helps out the channel. It helps fund all the things like his new website and everything. And he continues to bring really epic content every Saturday night. You guys are here every single Saturday night. I see you all in the chat. It's every Saturday night and every Monday night. And he's an award-winning show to have guests on. So if you want to support, you can also do some. Yeah, I see it right there. Think about giving a super chat. Michael Condon is the man, and I just want to leave by going ahead and hopping out here. Man, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. Glad to call you my friend, and I hope this helps. So, cheers.
Thank you, brother.
Later.
All right. So that's probably going to do it for tonight. I think I still want to try and get this video edited tonight and get it put up tomorrow. I did an interview with George Mann months ago, and it's just kind of been sitting there in the archives. So we'll see what happens if I can get it done. It shouldn't be. It should be easier than the. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do, and I got. I don't know if you noticed when I put out that video with the Black Series recently. I had Andy and Josh on from Holo Chronicles, and I'm going to start doing quick little videos. Just put them out whatever I opened up from. The week before. I got about 4. Instead of just doing one Funko Pop and saying, "Here you go, this is what it is," because I'm not taking it out of the box. I'm gonna, I have like 4 or 5 of them. So I'm gonna be like, "Here you go, this is this one," whatever, blah blah, put out there. And then with the books, just do a quick little go through for 2 or 3 minutes and talk about a book, and then get back to doing the Holocron House. It's just been kind of hard. When me and my girlfriend were both working, I knew I had an hour or 2 here or there a day, or whenever it was, to do videos and video games and things like that. Or she'd leave for work, I'd be home for an hour by myself. I'd be able to play a video game or do something, and then I get home from work and I'd be home for an hour or whatever it was. Or I'd go to school and come home, and whatever it happened to be. Now with us both being home together, it's kind of hard to get that schedule going, because we got to spend time together. But we're gonna try and get that stuff done and figured out. But yeah, all right. So we got Dale still here. Thank you, Dale. Mr. Rez is probably here. Somebody put Blazing Fingers and timeout. One of the moderators did that. So yeah, that's about it, I guess, for today. I'm getting kind of tired. I got a couple live streams I want to watch tomorrow. I know Peace and Parsecs does theirs at 3 o'clock usually. A couple other ones. I know I'm not gonna say who it was or whatever, but yeah. So with that, go check out the website in case you haven't yet. Damn. TooMedToo's.com, and there you go. So who banned you? I thought it was it Charlie who banned you from in here? Was it Rez that banned you? Or Christina that banned you? I don't know. I don't have that many moderators. Yeah, Blazing Fingers wasn't banned. Maybe it was Rez. Rez banned you, and then he tried to unban you, and then he banned Christina. He just started fucking banning everybody. He was a maniac. He was going crazy that day. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get that interview done up. I'm going to put them as premieres, just if I'm around, so we can chat about it, even though it's only a minute or two. And if I'm not here around, I'm not going to do it because, I probably got 5 or 6. I could do all my videos in a couple hours, pump them all out, edit them, and put them up. But I want to space them out every couple of days. And it's not like I'm one of these big websites or YouTube channels that has 50,000 or 500,000 followers, or it really makes a difference what time you put it up. My videos get the same. If you look at my videos and you go down the count, my videos get about the same number of views every week. It just depends on how many people actually watched it, and I don't know, whatever. I think it might have been Rez. Rez isn't here right now. I'm going to find out, but I do remember that. That was good. But all right, folks, that's it. It's 2020. 2:20. It's been 2:20. I'm all right. I'm going to get out of here before it's 2:21. With that, I say good day. May the force be with you. Patreon.